So, hello. Different location for a video. I'm sick, ridiculously so. I'm not gonna get into how sick I am. Let's just say that, well, I won't get into all of it. I'll say this: pretty bad headache, like ringing right behind my ears. Mom says that's what tinnitus does, but I don't think I have tinnitus. Aches and pains around my entire body, and I was pretty much burning up despite it being absolutely freezing in the entire house. So that was fun. So yeah, a lot of Advil today, as well as just some basic GI or gastrointestinal issues. So yeah, realized that I've said I'd try and get one a week, and I don't think I'm sticking too well to that. So I thought I'd put a video up just showing that I am still here. I haven't dropped to the face of the earth. This is actually being recorded the night before it's going to go up because I have a time limit on how much I can use my YouTube app, and because it's after 10, I can no longer use it. I know, I'm 20 years old, but I live in my parents' house. I live by the rules. That's how it is. Also, I don't have a job. I did apply for one. Not gonna say where. I won't say where until after I get my job, because one thing I've learned is you probably shouldn't give out your personal information intently. Usually ends in bad things happening. If you can hear something in the background, that is my Switch. I am starting a new save file for Pokemon Sword with a true Nuzlocke. Now, previously I've done Nuzlocks in the past where I do monotype locks, where it's a single Pokemon type for the entire Nuzlocke. I have two currently going on, both Pokemon Sword, and one's a bug lock where it's normal Nuzlocke type rules. If it faints, it dies, I can't use it, and I have to name them really weird and dumb cutesy stuff in order to get more attached to them so it feels real when I lose them. One's dark type, and the other is bug type, so that's going fine. One problem I've had is usually when I play Pokemon, when I'm not doing Nuzlocks, I power level everything. Go to the Wild Zone, get as much EXP candy as possible, and just max them out as soon as possible. That's how I've always played. And even back when I played the older game, which I've only played one game. I want you people to know, I've only played one other Pokemon game outside of Sword and Shield. Well, two Pokemon games outside of Sword and Shield. The first is Pokemon Ranger Shadows of something or other. It's a DS game. The other one is Pokemon Platinum, also for the DS. So jumping from Pokemon Platinum, which is the real Pokemon game, Pokemon Ranger isn't the same. You temporarily capture Pokemon and can use them to fight other Pokemon. It isn't technically a real Pokemon game. It's more of a subsidiary game. But going from Pokemon Platinum to Pokemon Sword and Shield, that's a massive jump. Not just in quality of imagery. That's a massive jump. Storyline is massive. Because in the previous game, it was just... Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm a little congested. Sorry if I sound snotty. It was just... Oh, I don't even know who they are. I think it's Team Galactic. Yeah, it's Team Galactic. Wants to rewrite the world because the entire world is evil. That's kind of lame. In terms of evil corporations, that is by far one of the worst. So yeah, there's that. Also, just range of Pokemon. I will say, my favorite Pokemon throughout all of the games, I have a few favorites. I think my favorite bug type ever is Pinsir. And then my favorite overall Pokemon has gotta be Garchomp. Garchomp is awesome and also terrifying. He's a monster. I mean, it's the final boss Pokemon after the Elite Four. It's pretty terrifying. Honestly, I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, if you raised up a Garchomp to max level, you could probably beat Giratina with it. Which is a bit terrifying considering it's a non-legendary taking on a legendary and winning. So, I don't know if I've mentioned this. Something that I found recently is, I'm going to comment on Offbeat Outlaw's YouTube video about how basically I disliked his unnecessary hatred of Hop in Pokemon Sword, his Nuzlocke of Pokemon Sword. Well, not really Nuzlocke, more just playthrough, I guess. Okay, so from what I think it was a Nuzlocke, but his rule was, and this rule I will be using in my own Nuzlocke that I'm starting, is because the Wild Zone has the raid dens, it would just basically mean you can't really, it would make it hard to decide what Pokemon to catch since the entire area is pretty much free range. I don't know what that, it's not technically a route in my mind, so it doesn't really count toward the only first Pokemon you see per route. Because if that would work, you'd have to fight the Onyx that you first see, because that's the first one you encounter. But his rule was only first per route, and every time he beats a gym, you can go to the wild area, and he gets a catch encounter, basically. He can get an encounter and try and catch a Pokemon then, which is a pretty good idea, but I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to adjust it so it's every time I beat a gym, I go back to the wild area, stick my hand to max raid den, and catch whatever Pokemon is there. Mainly because those Pokemon are usually much stronger, usually start out with a good amount of Dynamax power, and are generally just better Pokemon than the usual ones you find around the area. But one thing I was going to mention is I put a comment there. It's gone. It is gone. I checked on my phone because sometimes my phone deletes or doesn't allow me to see comments. Checked on my computer. It's just not there. And I don't know if he took it down or someone else took it down. I don't think other people can take down comments. But it's just not there. And that kind of annoyed me because if you can't handle criticism, then you really shouldn't be on YouTube. I think I made this point in a previous video, but if I am, I'm not going to beleaguer it too much. I'm just going to say, be able to accept some criticism. So there's that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fact that I've played Pokemon Sword like a bunch of times. Not played all the way through, but have enough like save files on my Switch that I know where a bunch of stuff is. When I see other people play it and just not do anything. I noticed that in a lot of other games too. I'll have played the game or have seen other people play it all the way through and go like achievement hunting or secret hunting. See someone else play it and do none of those things. Maybe it's just me being biased towards how I've seen a game played before. But it feels like if there's a point to a game, you should follow that point and not just say, "Oh, my opinion is that I should be doing this instead of that." That doesn't make much sense. Subnautica. I'll use Subnautica, not Subnautica Below Zero, but just Subnautica as an example for this. Hold on a second. I need to drink my Gatorade. I'm getting a little thirsty. Yes, I know, it's a perfect Gatorade. We drink Gatorade whenever we're sick in this house. But the amount of people I see base building in Subnautica is very little. Maybe I'm just not seeing the right people do it, but I feel like when Subnautica was in early access, people did a lot more base building. Nowadays, people just either live in the escape pod or make little temporary bases everywhere, or just live on the Cyclops once they make it. And I feel like there's a lot of part of the game that is build a base, live in it, and there's plenty of places to make the base, either an above ground base, which looks cool, and a below ground and a below sea level base looks cool. Myself, I would build both. I would build a base that extends underwater with moon pool, so I can dock the prawn suit, so I can dock the so I can dock the I don't know what it's called, the personal transport vehicle you first get. I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry. I want to say crawfish, but I know that's not right. Whatever the personal transport vehicle is, deep enough that you could park the Cyclops right next to it, but also have above ground areas with like gardens. You can grow your own food. Plenty of office area, because I know you can make beds and sleep a day-night cycle away. You can make chairs. You make the coffee maker, which a lot of people do. Make a short little base just for the coffee maker, which I think is really funny. I really wish they had more interactable stuff there. I know the whole thing is a survival game, but if you make them give us the ability to build a vending machine, we should have the ability to use it. Even in Raft, we can use the vending machines on Is Tangaroa the Utopia City? That's got nobody there because of the roid rats and the robots. I think it is. I think Tangaroa is that. But my point stands. You give us the ability to use things, we should be able to make them or have them in our base. We should be able to use them as they're made to be used. I think House Flipper is another one of those where people won't up. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, the beginning house, which I think one YouTuber, Captain Sauce, has referred to as the poop shack, which is pretty accurate. It is a poop shack. Just no one upgrades it, which in my mind would be like, we have the tools and the ability to do such a thing. Why not? We're gonna be stuck in it for a while while we play this thing, because it doesn't give us the ability to, or allow us enough money to buy our own place for a while until into the game. So why not make it a little more habitable? So there's that. I don't know where I was going. That's just complaining about how some YouTubers just ignore how the game's supposed to be played and just kind of go off on their own, which isn't wrong, but they made the game to interact with the game in a certain way for a reason. Why deviate? I know everyone's like, oh, but I'll be doing the same as everyone else. If the game is designed to be played that way, it's designed to be played that way. You can't really escape it. I have run out of things to talk to, as well as the fact that my back is starting to hurt. I am sick. So, this is me signing off. And remember, this video is being filmed the night before the day is uploaded. That does not... Today is the 3rd of November. Right now, it is about 10:30 at night. And this video will be going up sometime before noon on the 4th. So there's that. I really don't have much else to talk to. This video has already gone on long enough of just me ranting and talking to you guys. I don't know if anyone watches my stuff, but on the people who do, thanks. Let me know that I'm actually wanted out there. I will see you all in the next video. Signing off.